welcome back. So in this tutorial we are going to build UI on top of our reg application that we created in the last episode. For the front end we are going to use Streamlit, and we have already created our backend in the fast API, and this is our architecture that we are going to implement. So we have our front end in the Streamlit. We are going to send the request, HTTP request, to this URL where our server is currently listening, and we have these three endpoints to process our data. And when any of these endpoints receive the data, they process it, and then they send something in response, and then we can save this response in a variable, and then we can display it in our front end. So that's the plan for this video, and let's dive into it. So this is our backend code. We have all these three endpoints defined. Now before we do anything, let's create two terminals and name the first one backend and the other one front end. Let's actually run our backend so that we can see the endpoints actually running. But before that, we have to run our containers, the qdrant containers, which is our vector database. Make sure that you have these running, and then we can run this command to actually run our backend. Okay, so our backend is currently running. Let's wait for a few minutes before it start. Okay, it's perfect. So our backend is currently running. I'm going to go to front end. Let's create a new folder, name it front end, create a new file, app.py. But before we do anything, let's install Streamlit. Streamlit is already installed, so I'm going to import it. Import Streamlit as st. I'm also going to import request so that we can make the communication. Now our server is running at this URL, so I will copy it, create a new global variable, name it API URL. Okay, and let's give a title to our front end. We don't have any title right now, but before that, let's run our front end. Streamlit run front end app.py. Perfect. Okay, so our front end is already running. I will give it a title using st.title and upload PDF and ingest it. Save it, refresh it. Okay, perfect. So we can instantly see the UI building in our front end using Streamlit. It's a very powerful tool. And let's create two tabs, one for to upload PDF and the other one to ask the question about that PDF that we have just uploaded. So I will say st.tabs. It is going to receive the list. I'm going to pass two elements, one to upload PDF and the other one to ask questions. Save it, we refresh it, and we can see the tabs here. Perfect. Now let's actually save the context of these two variables in two separate variables. For that, I'm going to create two variables, upload tab and ask tab. Now all the context of this variable, this tab, will be saved in this variable, and all the context of this tab will be saved here. Now I'm going to start with this upload tab. So let me write the logic for it. I'm going to say upload tab. And the reason why I'm using this with tab is because if anything goes wrong with this piece of code, it will never store the PDF. So it will never create junk files and things like that. It will always close things if anything goes wrong. To actually upload the PDF, I will create a button to actually upload the PDF to. So I'll say uploader, give it a name, upload PDF here, go back, and we can see the button here. Now I will save the PDF. Now I will save the PDF in uploaded file so that we can use it. Now I will create a condition if someone uploaded the file, if someone has uploaded the file. So I will say if uploaded and the person has also clicked this button that we are going to create, button ingested, then we are going to do something. So let's print something. Upload it. Perfect. Refresh it. I'm going to upload my PDF here. As soon as I click this ingest it, I will see uploaded here. Let's try it. I click the ingest it and I can see the uploaded here. Okay, perfect. So this piece of code is working perfectly fine. So instead of print uploaded, I'm going to actually write the logic so that we can read the file, write it, and then send it to our backend. So I will create a new file. I will use the with keyword again. So if anything goes wrong, it will never actually save the file. So I'll say with open. It will create a new file with the exact same name as the uploaded file. And I'm going to give it a mode WB. It stands for write binary. It is very useful when we are creating, reading and writing the files. And I will create the new file from this uploaded PDF that we are going to send to our backend. I will give it a name as F. Now to actually save data in this file, we have to read it from the original file. So I'm going to read the original data file with this method. And now I'm going to save this data in this file. So I will type f.write, wrap this up in this method. Perfect. Once I'm done with this, now I will send the file, the data, to the backend. For that, I will request .post, and let's see which endpoint is handling this PDF. So this is handling this. So this endpoint is handling the PDF file, and it is receiving one parameter as file path. So I will send this file to this URL. Let's wrap this up as a string, and I will type API URL. The endpoint is this ingest. So I will type ingest, and it is receiving what? It is receiving one parameter file path. So I will define the params. Oh, sorry, it's not params. It is actually the file path. And we are going to send uploaded file.name. And you might be thinking why I'm sending file name when the endpoint is asking for file path. And the reason is our backend and the front end is in the same working directory. So this will work as a relative path, and it will pretend it as a file path instead of the file name. And whatever response we get back from after hitting this API, we are going to save this data into response. Now to actually display the response, I'm going to first format it into JSON format, and to actually show this on our UI, I'm going to use this method. And now let's actually test it and see what we get. Upload PDF, ingest it. Oops, we get this error. Let's actually test it. It says cannot read empty file. Let's see what we are doing wrong. Okay, let's move this out of this. Now let's again refresh it. upload the PDF again, ingest it. Okay, perfect. We get the response back from our backend, and I don't like how it is currently being displayed. We don't want the JSON, we actually want to print this only. So I will copy this key. I will only want this, and instead of JSON I will actually write it and refresh it, upload the PDF again, ingest it. Okay, perfect. So we get the file name nicely printed on the UI. Now let's write the ask question. I will start with this ask tab, and to actually ask the question I need input field here. So I will type input add ask question here, and I will save the question in query variable. Let's test it. Okay, so we have this input field here, and once someone has entered any query, if any query, we are going to process it. So I'm going to send this to our backend. So the query will be handled with this endpoint. So I will copy this, and it is going to receive two parameters, the query and the limit of the chunks. It has the limit of 5 by default, so we are going to replace it in this code. So I'm going to say request.get, because we are getting the information back, and I'm going to hit this API URL. The endpoint is ask. It is going to receive two params, the queue, which is going to be the query itself, and the limit. Let me wrap this up in string. I will define it as 1, and I'm going to save this in the response variable. I am actually going to format it in the JSON format, JSON, and I'm going to display it on the UI. Okay, so we have the PDF uploaded here. Now I'm going to ask the question. Hey, tell me about Abdul Samad Gilal education. Let's wait for a few minutes. Okay, we get the same error again. Okay, response name. It was the wrong variable name. Tell me something about Abdul Samad Gilal education. Let's wait for a few minutes. Okay, we get the okay, perfect. So it get the result back. Now I'm going to also present this in a nicely formatted data. So I'm going to only retrieve this, and instead of JSON I'm going to write it. Perfect. Now, hey, tell me about Abdul's education. Let's wait for a few minutes. Okay, perfect. So we get the response back in a very nicely formatted text. Now, I have one task for you. We have done these two endpoints, ask and ingest. I'm giving you a challenge to try this endpoint by yourself, in which you will upload the PDF and then ask the question about that PDF, and it will give you chunks and search in the PDF. It is very easy. I will link the GitHub Project link in the description. And if you face any issues, just leave the comment. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and leave feedback so we can improve it day by day. And that's it. I will see you in the next video, inshallah.